Imagine you're the sharpest mind in the room, and that's precisely why the room turns on you. You present a brilliant idea, expecting admiration, but instead you're met with cold glares or strained smiles. Ever felt the sting of being sidelined for your intellect? It's a strange paradox. In a world steeped in folly, the cleverest move can be to act the fool. Why would anyone play dumb in a foolish world? What subtle strength lies in hiding your brilliance when you know you're right? These questions cut to the core of a profound truth, one that the philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer grasped deeply. Schopenhauer, a genius often alienated by his own intellect, saw the cost of standing out. Brilliant yet brooding, he watched lesser minds gain praise while true insight was overlooked. He posed a daring question. What if being smart is a burden in a world governed by folly? His answer was as startling as it was wise. Sometimes to thrive in an irrational society, you must don the guise of irrationality yourself. In short, play dumb. This Echoes of Wisdom episode explores Schopenhauer's philosophy to uncover the hidden power of acting foolish in a foolish world. Stay tuned, because what seems like retreat might be a masterful strategy. From our earliest school days, we're taught intelligence is a virtue. Answer correctly, earn a star. But step into the adult world and a harsher reality emerges. Displaying superior intellect can ignite envy or resentment. Schopenhauer saw this in human nature's core. He wrote that showing intelligence and discernment stirs hatred in the vast majority. Think about it. Your mind, which should be a gift, can make you a target. It's isolating at the peak, especially when others quietly wish to pull you down. Why does this happen? Schopenhauer explains that when someone less gifted senses your brilliance, it feels like an unspoken slight against them. Just for being who you are. To reveal your intellect is to indirectly highlight others' shortcomings, he notes. In that moment, they assume you're judging them from a lofty perch. Their pride takes a hit. Since nothing rivals intellectual ability in what people hold dear, your brilliance painfully underscores their limits. The outcome? Resentment festers behind polite masks. Schopenhauer warns, it is a reckless act to let anyone see your clear intellectual superiority, for it sparks their desire for revenge. In other words, when someone feels outshone by your mind, they silently scheme to cut you down. Picture a bright student in a class of average peers. She answers every question, corrects errors, and tops every exam. Teachers applaud at first, but her classmates, they smirk. Whispers spread. She thinks she's better than us. Lunchtime grows lonely. She's excluded from games. Eventually, she dials back, pretending not to know, hiding her gifts to blend in. Her intelligence, instead of elevating her, made her a pariah. This isn't just schoolyard drama. It mirrors a deeper social truth Schopenhauer boldly exposed. He learned it firsthand. At 19, Arthur's sharp mind already grated on others. His mother, Johanna, sent him a blistering letter, scolding how his know-it-all attitude pushed people away. Your vast intelligence overshadows your better qualities. You critique everyone and everything, so it's no wonder you're isolated. Nobody likes being corrected, especially not by an insignificant young man like you. Ouch. The budding philosopher was told his cleverness wasn't winning hearts. It was overwhelming. This personal rebuke shaped Schopenhauer's later ideas. It revealed a bitter truth. Flaunting intellect often backfires, dimming your warmth and alienating you socially. Schopenhauer internalized this. He saw that a brilliant mind could be a social crime, unforgiven by those who feel diminished by it. While wealth or status might earn deference, he noted, intellectual ability rarely does. At best, it's ignored. At worst, it's scorned as arrogance. The wise often stand alone, not by choice, but because the crowd shuns them. As Schopenhauer puts it, any mental superiority tends to isolate its owner. People flee from them out of spite. The gifted become outcasts, punished for the very talents that could benefit all. So what's an intelligent person to do in a foolish world? Languish in solitude? Argue tirelessly to enlighten the unwilling? Schopenhauer proposes a radical tactic: play dumb. If society won't reward wisdom, don't flaunt it. Conceal your sharp mind behind a warm, unassuming facade. In his words, the only way to gain affection is to adopt the most animal-like simplicity of demeanor. This advice shocks. Act as simple as a beast to be liked? He doesn't mean become foolish, but project simplicity like a skilled actor playing a part. Why would being underestimated be advantageous? Because it neutralizes others' envy and hostility. A fool threatens no one. Don the jester's cap, and people lower their guard. They stop bristling and may even welcome you. Schopenhauer observed, "It is a great advantage to seem stupid in society." It sounds biting, but he's earnest. When others perceive inferiority, it soothes their egos. To be liked, one must appear lesser in intellect, he writes plainly. It's like ducking to dodge a blow aimed at your pride. They won't swing if they don't see you as a rival. This isn't just Schopenhauer's insight. History and stories brim with wise fools. In royal courts, the jester could speak truth to power, wrapping wisdom in jest. Take the biblical tale of David, feigning madness to escape a hostile king, or Shakespeare's Hamlet, adopting an antic disposition to mask his cunning plans. Across cultures, strategists advise similar tactics. Appear weak to disarm foes. The Chinese proverb, "play dumb to trap the wise," suggests naivety can outwit the shrewd. Schopenhauer applied this to daily life, not just high-stakes plots, but social survival. He knew from experience that broadcasting intellect breeds foes, so he advocated humility, even feigned humility. By hiding your strengths, you let others save face. They no longer see you as a threat to their pride. Quoting the Spanish thinker Gratian, Schopenhauer agrees, "To be well-liked, one must wear the skin of the simplest beast." In practice, this might mean holding your tongue when you're right or nodding along to a harmless error. It could mean asking questions you know the answers to, letting others shine. This isn't folly, it's strategy. You trade a moment of pride for lasting influence and peace. Being underestimated holds hidden power. When people see you as no threat, they reveal their true selves. They speak freely, assuming you won't challenge them, perhaps even confiding in you. Meanwhile, you observe and learn. Since they're not wary of you, you can move unnoticed, achieving your goals without pushback. As one take on Schopenhauer notes, being underestimated can work to your advantage. A touch of foolishness can ease tense social moments. When you play the fool, others relax. Doors open that stay shut to a boastful rival. Let's ground this in today's world. You're not a philosopher in a 19th century parlor or a jester in a king's hall, but maybe you're a coder in a meeting, a newbie at work, or the sharpest friend in your circle. Schopenhauer's insights still ring true. Office dynamics prove it. Ever had a manager who bristled at your bright ideas? Maybe you corrected them in a meeting or outshone them on a task, only to find yourself sidelined. It's the modern echo of Schopenhauer's warning. Superior ability stirs silent curses. Your manager might nod, but inwardly they feel upstaged and hold it against you. Here, Schopenhauer's advice hits home. Never make your superiors feel lesser. One commentator put it starkly, never make your boss or mentor feel dumber than you. To thrive under fragile egos, let them take the spotlight. Pitch your ideas subtly or let them claim credit. It's maddening. Why hide your brilliance? But consider the alternative. By playing dumb, you stay in play. Flaunting your mind risks sparking the vengeance Schopenhauer described. Like a workplace feud you're unlikely to win. It's not just bosses. Think of your social group. Maybe your friends are great but less curious than you. If you constantly drop deep insights or correct their facts, how long before they call you a know-it-all? You might notice fewer invites. Nobody enjoys feeling intellectually small, so they drift toward those who don't challenge their egos. The result, they bond over simple things, leaving the thinker out. This is social survival 101, and it often means toning down to fit in. Chuckle at the weak joke, even if it's not clever. Agree with the popular take, even if you know better. Not because you've abandoned your mind, but because you're picking your fights. Even in love or family, the dynamic persists. A partner downplays their expertise to let their spouse shine at a gathering. A brother stays quiet about his achievements around a struggling sister. We do this to keep harmony. It's Schopenhauer's principle. Sometimes peace trumps pride. Being right at the expense of connection is a hollow win. As he noted, people delight most in what flatters their vanity. Let someone feel smart or strong, and you win their warmth. Expose their gaps, and you gain a quiet foe. Emotional intelligence often means yielding, even when you're right. Today's culture celebrates bold truth and raw talent, but it also punishes unguarded brilliance. The tall poppy syndrome, where standouts get cut down, thrives in workplaces, classrooms, and online. On social platforms, depth and nuance often lose to snappy outrage or viral quips. As Schopenhauer wryly said, "The person who writes for fools finds a wide audience." Thoughtful voices get niche followings at best. To reach the masses, you sometimes simplify. Many effective leaders and communicators know this instinctively. They use plain language, project relatability, or feign ignorance to connect. From politicians adopting a folksy charm to managers seeking input, they don't need to boost team egos. Playing a bit dumb builds bridges. It eases tension and curbs rivalry. Don't misread Schopenhauer's advice as cynicism. Playing dumb doesn't mean devaluing yourself or abandoning your principles. It's strategy, not defeat. It takes confidence to hide your light. You need to trust your intellect to not prove it constantly. Schopenhauer isn't urging stupidity. He's championing the wisdom of letting others think you're less. It's an empowering choice. Consider the perks. When others underestimate you, pressure lifts, expectations drop. You can watch quietly, plan your moves, and act unnoticed. People speak candidly around you, assuming you're no threat. Opportunities arise because others don't see you as competition. As the saying goes, the nail that sticks up gets hammered. By blending in, you dodge the blow and work quietly to shape outcomes. Being underestimated is like being a spy among the unwary. You gather insights, earn trust, and when the time comes, reveal your strength with maximum impact. There's also peace in skipping petty intellectual fights. Schopenhauer saw that obsessing over others' views is a trap. We tire ourselves trying to seem clever, chasing approval. But he reminds us, people think too much about others' opinions of them, though these opinions don't define happiness. By accepting some underestimation, you free yourself. You focus on what serves you, not on proving every point. Playing dumb becomes an act of humility that shields your calm. So how do we weave this art of playing dumb into our lives without losing sight of our goals? Here are some thoughts. Choose your battles. Not every error needs fixing. Not every argument needs winning. Save your intellect for moments that count. Let minor things pass. As Schopenhauer might say, silence or feigned ignorance can serve you better than flashing your facts. Embrace strategic humility. In a group where you know the answer, pause. Ask, "What's my aim?" In casual chats, maybe you don't need to shine. Let others have their moment. If no harm's done, you'll build trust and sidestep envy. You don't always need to teach. Sometimes play the learner. Uplift others. Share your knowledge in ways that boost egos. Guide people subtly to insights rather than outshining them. They'll associate you with wisdom without feeling small. This is influence through kindness, not dominance. Leverage surprise. By keeping your strengths hidden, you hold the upper hand. When you finally share a bold idea or make a key move, others are less guarded. Your impact feels sudden, even stunning, because they didn't see you coming. Guard your peace. You're not obligated to correct everyone. There's calm in saying, "Maybe I'm wrong," even when you're not, and letting things slide. Save your energy for what matters. Your happiness outweighs winning every debate or proving your mind at every turn. Arthur Schopenhauer, often labeled a pessimist, offers a quietly hopeful strategy. He shows that even in a world that seems to spurn the wise can prevail. It's a path of subtlety, humility, and patience. The world may be foolish, but you needn't despair. Be clever about your cleverness. As one take on Schopenhauer sums it up, playing dumb pays because others' intelligence sparks their resentment. Embrace this truth, and you turn it to your favor. In this paradox, strength becomes weakness, and weakness becomes strength. The subtle chameleon thrives where the bold peacock stumbles. Schopenhauer knew that open brilliance provokes hostility, but hidden brilliance moves freely. It's a mental martial art. Use others' pride and assumptions against them. Let them see you as no threat, and they'll hand you quiet victories. Reflect on your life. Have you ever dimmed your light to avoid friction? Did it feel like compromise or cunning? Schopenhauer frames it as wisdom, not betrayal. It's okay to let others underestimate you. Your intelligence remains intact. You're just choosing when to reveal it. In doing so, you wield true power, the kind that needs no applause, the kind that achieves with ease. So the next time you're surrounded by ego or ignorance, heed Schopenhauer's advice. Resist the urge to proclaim your brilliance. Instead, smile softly. Let others bask in their sense of superiority. Watch, learn, and guide from the shadows. You'll find this approach opens doors and preserves your calm. This is the art of playing dumb, not surrender, but stealthy wisdom. I challenge you to try this paradox in the week ahead. Spot one moment where you'd usually flex your intellect and instead hold back. Listen, nod, or ask a simple question rather than lecture. Notice the shift. People may open up, relax, or share more. You might learn something you'd have missed while speaking. Your intelligence stays sharp. It's just working quietly. In a world often turned upside down, the wise know when to wear the fool's mask. Schopenhauer showed there's power in restraint, a way to win by not playing the expected part. It's a truth etched by many a quiet genius. Let it resonate in you. Use it to navigate life's absurdities with a knowing grin. Play dumb and outsmart them all. Stay sharp, stay subtle, and remember, sometimes the wisest move is to act a little foolish. If Schopenhauer's wisdom struck a chord, carry it into action. Subscribe to Stoic Synth. Share this video, and thanks for watching.